topic today, also the name of Dua Lipa's album, also something a term I've been seeing everywhere, is the concept of, and I just feel like they're going to make fun of me, the concept of radical optimism.
I like that. I like radical optimism. That means you're optimistic despite evidence and facts, right?
Yeah, and I do want to avoid going into something we've consistently gone into. I think at least in the last within 3-4 episodes, the idea of the yes and no.
Okay.
I think we've covered that.
Okay.
So much. So let's not go into that. Okay. Let's look at this from another perspective.
Yeah. Is it radical optimism? I ask you something. We are optimistic on what we can see happen, but what we can see happen is something that has happened. So radical optimism is seeing something that has not yet. So there's no proof. So we have to free ourselves from the burden of proof. I'm not saying proof is not needed. That's why science dampens us. Science keep looking for evidence to believe, but many times only when you believe the evidence happens. So radical optimism, it's a bit crazy, edgy, but I want you to see the logic when you're sane. For insanity, it's insanity. Like, I don't think this is possible, but somehow I want to believe it and try it. And I think
it's a thin line, right?
Yeah.
It's a very thin line.
No, it shouldn't be a thin line. It should be a thick line. You must be such as, when something's happened to Appa, I realize something or I feel something. I am not the touchy-feely guy. I am not the hoo-hoo boy. So when something happens to me, there is a better chance it may be real. Better chance. Okay. I can hallucinate too. I'm not saying I can't. But if I'm so stable, like somebody says, I fall in love, but every other day they fall in love. Like somebody's like, suddenly have a business idea. Last week you had one idea. That day you had one idea. Then how am I going to trust that you have a vision and intuition? So the stability must be there. Then when you say, hey, I don't know why the evidence are saying something else, but my gut feeling is telling me this. And if that is not there, your life is just a repetition within the limitation of your logic. I like radical enthusiasm. Optimism. I like it. Radical optimism. I'm like, wow. But the thin line must become thick. That means you must be... I have not seen you bring a boy home and say, I love him. I've not heard you say, you've had a boyfriend, but
because I haven't.
You haven't. The day you say, I would be like, I'll take you seriously. Wow. Like, wow. You know what I mean? If not, what is it? So the radical optimism can only happen if self-respect is kept.
Yeah, but sometimes, right, it can be just something nonsense, right? Like for me, right, I've been seeing a white butterfly has been coming and flying around me every day. Every single day I've seen a white butterfly. And I'm like, you know what? Things have to be going my way because this butterfly keeps coming to me. And it's just a bit of nonsense. But it's like...
That's nonsense.
It just makes you happy, you know?
No, that's okay. As long as you don't make it serious. No, but these are just fun stuff, omens and all that. But really go into this radical optimism because you know why? You don't want to repeat my life, ma. You know your Appa Amma's life. And when we entered our life, we didn't know. Now it's known, right? You have to see beyond us. If not, we are your blinders.
Yeah, so I was talking to one of my flatmates, right? And we were talking about, I want to buy this swimsuit, but it's very expensive. I'm going to buy this cheaper version or whatever. And then she's like, do you ever worry about that? And I was like, what? She's like not being like rich, not being successful. And I was like, no. And then she was like, no, but I really worry about that. I said, like, our parents have set us up in such a way it would be a choice to be unsuccessful. And we would like actively had to do it. And she's like, yeah, but I'm worried I'm that person. And I'm like, no. I mean, even if you are that person for 1 year, you can stop it and change it. But then she was like, why are you so sure? I was like, there's no reason for me to be this sure. I am just sure.
No, this is a beautiful creation study. There's a subject in it, you know. It's because she's caught in the logic. You see what parents do, since your mother is here, so I can fire some bullet. They reduce you to their logic. When your mother is not an Einstein. Neither, maybe your dad is.
Did you forget about you? You are also one of them, two, eh?
I know. So you must be able to transcend it. You must be able to. So you see, It creates stability. You see, known creates stability. We have done it, we know this way. The unknown is the adventure. The stability keeps you within the loop. You will never get out. If let's say somebody grow up with the parents who have not been successful, that is the known. To think they're going to be rich is radical optimism, because all they know is how to live poorly. You see, the problem with the third world is what, we know how to survive being poor. Not the West is rich. They know how to survive middle income or high. The rich man knows how to survive with money. No, but take this seriously, Abshiyam, because this is a very important subject. Like if you see third world, we live in the third world. We know how to survive in the third world. It's known to us. We don't know how to live otherwise. Right? Radical optimism is not about reality, it's about me challenging me. Me challenging me. Me challenging my limitation. So, your real identity must be the radical optimism, not the known. The real you is yet to be discovered. The process of you discovering more than what is discovered, isn't that the real you? But if you say, I am what is discovered, you're dead.
Okay, I guess the question is, right, despite it all, it is very, 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 given the current world we live in, it is very difficult.
Because everybody knows. Do you know the problem with you? You see, for Appa to come from a small town to a city was an adventure. Really, taking the bus, coming, looking at. I remember looking at the road and say, how do people cross this road? You have no more adventure left. Everything is known. Everybody got answer. Instagram, how much advice coming up. So everything is reduced to the known. There is nothing exciting to look forward to. Like one time, sex was an adventure, It was something, oh my God. Now, they are exposed at 10 years old.
You don't think it still is?
Huh? Sorry, what?
You don't think it still is?
No, it's too much exposed, too many things. There's nothing surprising. And I think it has created a kind of a brain collapse in people, Because those are sacred things. You see your wife naked. You see somebody, the hell you see somebody else naked? What's your problem? It's like, it's gone. And everybody's a bit jaded, but they're not jaded, The body is still alive. The mind blocks it. Everybody knows everything. There is nothing surprising. The other day, Appa had a prayer, I was studying this quantum entanglement, the field, the spooky theory. I was doing all that study, and I was so excited when I hit one note, and I had a prayer. God, let me live 500 years and give me 400 years to study. I said, God, please give me 500 years to live, but in that 400 years, let me study. I'm so excited to study it. And the next 100 years, maybe I teach or share what I got, but give me that 400 years. It shows that, my God, there's so much more. I'm looking forward to it. I was like, my God, radical optimism. No, optimism. Yeah, I like that word.
Thank you.
Wow. I can keep it?
Keep it.
Okay.
Dua Lipa took it first. No, but what I'm asking also now is why, if you just look at the term, right, radical optimism, look at me, I've been in uni, I'm so deep in my uni.
Who is this Dua Lipa guy? Who's this? Is a Malay singer?
Yeah, she's a singer. She's not a Malaysian singer. She's a very, very globally famous singer.
Oh.
But no, you take the term radical optimism, right? Why do we preface it with radical?
You have to challenge the norm. You have to challenge your mom. You have to challenge me. You have to challenge your society. You have to challenge everybody. And we probably won't let you.
You guys does not feel like radical. Like what I'm challenging is not optimism.
I do understand.
Like what? Like the challenge, at least if we take the context of our family, what I'm challenging is maybe some of the old-fashioned thinking, some of this, some of that. Oh. But it's not an optimism that I'm challenging. You know what I mean? It's not a belief that I can be everything that I'm challenging.
Maybe you should drop the belief of being everything and just be simple. You see, if let's say your parents are successful, why should you be successful? Why being simple is not a radical optimism? Like my life has been entangled with people all my life. Maybe the radical optimism is you live a personal life. It can come from any point. Isn't it? It can come from any point. Have you seen a strong dogma, religious dogma or cultural dogma? I mean, Americanism is a dogma. They hold you to within their way. Anything outside cannot. And what was it? Everybody migrate to the city. Everybody become a millionaire. Everybody become a billionaire. Everybody become Jeff Bezos and marry a young girl or something. Why not? I want to go out and live in a small fishing village and live a simple life. That could be radical optimism. To just live a life unburdened. Can you see?
In this day and age.
Why? Maybe you will live a simpler life. If I bless you, I'll say, why you want to go all do what Appa did? Do something simple. Live that there's you. I don't know, ma. But you must challenge. If not, it will trap you. Buddha said it, no? He who hates his parents shall walk my path. I don't know whether the word hate is right, because it's in Pali. That means he who doesn't want to do that anymore. If not, you're going to repeat. Why is it every woman at 30 must get married now? Oh, I'm 30 years old, I need to get married. What? Is there as though there's an endangered species, there's not enough babies, we need to make babies? I mean, I want you to have a baby for prejudice reason, but why? Do you know that's why I think you must do PhD? Because a degree and master is for job, PhD is for happiness.
My master's feels like it was for me.
PhD will be even for you.
It'll be for you.
It will be Dr. Apshara.
I'm going to challenge that one. Not yet. Not ready. No, but also, like, what does it take to be radically
alone?
To have radical optimism?
You're probably on your own. When I started doing this, it was a radical optimism. I was alone. Nobody supported. Nobody believed me. Nobody did. Your mother did, but nobody did. Thank God I kind of made it, I suppose. Or at least financially I came out and they say, oh my God, he's okay. But if I didn't make it, it does not mean I was wrong, you know. The outcome is not preferable. But I live a radical. I didn't get employed. I've never been employed by anybody. I've been doing business my whole life. I've never lived by weekend, weekday. I lived very differently than my father. They lived on a budget. I never did. But do you know, once I've done it, it's over, I cannot copy. Yeah. That's why some students come to Appa and said, I want to learn from you. I said, learn from me, but don't copy me. Once it's done, it cannot be undone because now it's known. You get what I'm saying? You cannot copy me. It's over. Game over. Because this is how I did it. I made it. And it liberated me, but the sense of liberation, now it's a mind that limits another. Like when Buddha left the palace, that was a radical optimism to save humanity. People who follow him are repeating what is known. And the moment it's known, it's not a radical optimism. You get what I'm saying? It's the ultimate gamble. And maybe this I want to say, Apshi, quickly. If you lose, it's worth it. If you win, it's worth it. If you lose, it's worth it. You know why? You attempt to free yourself. You know what I'm saying? Could it be? Because it's not there. That's why we try to shove our life with routines and numb ourselves with TVs and alcohol and because you know why? You see, last time when Appa go into the jungle and sometimes we have a trek, we look for animal, and sometimes we go off track, that's when you're really alive, We go with our gut feeling, hey, let's go down there, looks scary, but let's try. That's when you come alive, like the normal track we know, it's almost boring. So is aliveness this radical optimism? But this is my advice, I think you should start with 80% known, 20% radical optimism, and then slowly go. You cannot go 100%, you might not survive it.
Yeah, because I think, right, the cost of it or the thing you have to be wary of is disappointment. And disappointment is very powerful.
Yeah. Routine eventually disappoints too. Safety disappoints. It kills the soul. So this one, you might meet disappointment. The other, you are living disappointment. You disappointed you. You didn't take the risk.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think is the 80-20, then slowly 50-50. Maybe one day you can go 80-20. 80 radical optimism, 20 known. And I think you have to negotiate that within you, you know. But the world won't let out. And if you see like Trump's rhetoric, you see every fella's rhetoric, they're just bringing back to the known. They want to be in control. They cannot envision anything more. You know what I mean? They don't want to, they won't allow the new, and they're too scared either. And that's right reason too. But they're too scared, they tighten. There's a story, you know, how they catch monkey in Malaysia before. Or at least they catch it. No, we take a coconut, nice coconut, we put a small hole, the hand can alone go in. We take out the inside and we roast it. So it smells so good. And then we shove it inside there and leave it. The monkey will come in, go in and grab the thing, right? And then it won't let his hand go. He will get stuck with the coconut. And then we can go and just throw a cloth and catch him. All he has to do is let his hand go. He will slip out. But he will not, even you kill him. Once he grabs it, he is not letting go. And I think that's what happens to people.
But I think it's also that process of letting go part of being radically optimistic.
Bingo. Then you must have courage. But to have courage, you must be stable. That's why you must do degree, master's, PhD.
If I do my PhD, I'm not going to be that stable.
Have you ever met any stable people?
I'm still looking.
Everybody is cuckoo in their own way.
There's another concept within this, right, which I think is the idea of surrendering to the process, like allowing yourself to just...
Sounds like some therapist, would-be therapy came up with these words, surrendering to the process, following.
Okay, well, however you can put it, however you want to put it, but like you say, like, okay, I said I want to move to London. I put in all the steps.
Well, that's not that's
rejection, put in more applications, and then I had to surrender and be like, okay, I've done what I had to do. I'm going to be optimistic despite it being scary because I wanted so much.
Oh, you have done, you have done all you could do. I can accept the outcome. That is surrender. Because the word surrender also means giving up, you know. Remember, nowadays they spin word, you know, I'm letting the chakra energy flow, and the angels sing. I don't like this one. They need psychiatry help. You did everything you could. You can survive the outcome. That's surrender. I think define surrender. I've done everything I can. I've been sincere. I did my application. I did my study. I did everything. Now, whatever that happens that is beyond me, I can live with it. That is surrender. Surrender is not quitting.
I feel like that is where the disconnect is, right? It's like, I think people feel like, I want it. I'm going to be delusionally optimistic that I can get it. And then I'm going to surrender. But what is the work you've done to achieve it?
And if they want it without doing the work, is ego. They think they're special.
And also, like, how do you get anything without trying and failing?
No, that's where ego comes in. My ego claims I should be loved without being the kind of person that can be loved. Ego is a delusional. You know, I'm special. Like how? You never farted in your life?
I've never.
And you know what is delusion? It always con another. They can't con themselves. It lives on, I can able to lie. That's the ego. Ego is not about oneself, you know. It's about the trophy of lying to many people that they carry. Now they can pretend. Hey, yesterday I had one very good insight. I'm sure I'll tell the name later. The girl that worked for us for many, many years. I was blown away when I realized that. I woke up and I said, oh, not yesterday, before yesterday. I'm like, this girl who worked for us, and she was good, and whatever, eventually. I was thinking, what was her psychology? You know what she is? She believes she can make a bluff real. So she came, she thought she's a businesswoman, she's a CEO, material. And she lied for like 15 years trying to be that. And then she failed. Now she's probably some self-help or whatever she is. I hope she makes it. But the thing is, she was trying to make a lie real, not that she worked to become real. Can you see the beauty? Like
Yeah.
somebody's trying to lie, they are supermodel, not really taking classes, learning, whatever they do. They believe that they can make a lie real and they end up being a lie. Now, somebody's like, do you know people don't meditate? They try to lie they are meditating. Meditation to attain, you have to read 1,000 books. And that's what the world sells. It sells support to make your lie real. If I buy a handbag, if I buy I don't know what a handbag that a beautiful girl wears, I become a beautiful girl. I will never be, but you understand? So it's like make believe. Like you put in the work, you applied. I saw you panic. I saw you cry. You did everything you could. Then you got in. You go like, yeah. But let's say you didn't get in. You did your best, Sapshi.
Yeah.
So the question is for real. I think people are pretending to be in a relationship, not waking up to be able to be in a relationship. So radical optimism is for the real person. If not, it's radical bullshit. I'm radically bullshitting you.
Because I feel like the concept of optimism, right, is often brought to the place of just mental state. I am an optimistic person. I think things will go well. I think it. But like it often stops there.
Yeah. I think this is such a beautiful subject. And this goes into quantum theory, quantum entanglement. It goes into the notion of free will. That day there was a very beautiful insight about the free will, you know. First time I can see, I know how to explain it from the Eastern perspective. From the Western perspective, oh my God, what was the guy's name? Norman. No, this physicist. I'll put it in the credit. Go listen to this guy. It's in YouTube. I love this guy. I don't think he has totally explained it, but I think an explanation is being birthed, and that's radical. You know, free will is not here. You know, free will is when you're one with something, the sphere. And in that, the free will is birth. I mean, like, first time somebody explained the word consciousness, and I agreed. And consciousness is radical optimism, you know. Mind is not consciousness. Mind is the known. So consciousness must be that which is beyond mind. So that which is beyond mind is the radical optimism, is God. At least in their concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we must understand the thin line must become thick. If not, it's delusional. Like how many people come to me and say, I have spiritual attainment, Master. I said, you can't even pay your bill. Nobody likes you. What you speak, half of the thing I can't even understand. You're talking as though you are an alien. You see channels and lights and shit. And you are enlightened? I'm like, okay.
You're like, they're like, I think I'm having an awakening. You're like, nobody likes you.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you have to be a good, honest, working, somebody can produce some result. You are a living loser and something happened to you. Know what they have? They can lie so really. And people who want to learn to lie like him, go and learn from him. That's why these guys are famous. Now, why? I want to talk about the thin line. I want to make it thick. The other part, I agree with you 100%. That's where I have a problem talking about this subject.
No, because I feel, right, you need a little bit of delulu to believe it.
No. I think if the little bit of delulu is what will delulu you. You cannot be cuckoo. 1 + 1 is 2. Not 2.5. This guy, I snapped at him. I don't think he liked it.
Rooted in facts and logic and ability, your optimism is delusion.
Sorry, man.
If it's not rooted in facts and ability and action, your optimism is delusion.
Carve it in a stone.
But how do you know what you can do?
How do you know?
How can you know that?
How can you know what you can do? Until you do it, how can you know?
But how can I be optimistic about what I can do?
Don't be limited to you. Limited to what you can be. Why are you limiting it to your past? You are not yet. You get what I'm saying?
Like I'm saying, like I would never believe, right, that I would be one of those people that would go to space. I can't. It's too.
I'm not letting you go to space. No.
Never.
Why?
But if I wanted, that is not something that I would be. If suddenly I had that dream, I would need a little bit of delusion that I never have. I don't have a aeronautical whatever. I don't know space chemistry. Well, I don't know any of that. But if I was like, you know what, look, I want to do it.
Maybe
The one thing I would know about myself is that like I can be very determined.
No, but Prada has to make the Prada. What is your favorite French Chanel? You don't like Chanel now, but
no, I don't like Chanel. I mean,
they have to make the
Prada,
space.
I guess
she will be in a spacesuit with a handbag and
You know what I mean? Like, I need a little bit of that. Like, that seems kind of far. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna try.
But as long as you're crawling forward, Ma, that's all I'm saying. As long as you're crawling forward. If not, you are stuck in a loop. Buddha talked about samsara cycle. He talked about being stuck in this loop of trap, the misery trap. You just keep rolling. You know what I mean? See, we have been living. My father worked for his whole life to make money to feed family. I am working, running this thing to make money. Optimism is maybe someday this earth will be a place we come to live. It's a holiday. It provides us everything and we live and happy, we laugh, we dance. Do you know the Aboriginal people of Australia only need 4 hours a day to take care of this? They just work 4 hours a day. Before. Enough. They have food, everything, and then they dance, they painted. Shouldn't life be like we meet together? Why are people spending 80% of their time just trying to pay bills and then 20% of the time recovering from COVID? Can we have a radical enthusiasm? No? Optimism. Radical optimism. That can I have a world in which I just chill? I just chill.
You do have a world in which you chill.
My world, I created it. But why people don't have it? If somebody asked, Master, how successful are you? Hey, they voted me one of the 100. Let's not go there. Okay. They said, what is it? What I said? Why are you successful, Master? How are you successful? I said, Friday, Saturday, Monday, public holiday makes no difference to me. I live beyond the grid. It doesn't make a difference what day, Sunday is a holiday, it doesn't make a difference. I work when I work. And I think that's radical optimism, that I wanted to live like that. So what is your radical optimism, Miss Apshara? Dhyan Vimal? Dhyana.
What is my radical
I'm misbehaving
optimism?
because your mother is here today. I'm going extreme.
I know.
He's
got his little wifey there, so he's feeling very supported. I don't know.
I gangster boy. What is your radical? What is your radical?
I'm trying to be more radically optimistic.
We are radically optimistic. You will do your PhD.
That's not, take it down a notch. Not in the next 3 years.
That's your radical optimism.
At this point, my radical optimism, and it's not just radical optimism, it's a reality. I'm going to get an A for my dissertation. I'm going to graduate with a first in my master's. I'm going to get a job somewhere cool.
Apshi,
have fabulous outfits when I go to work.
Do you know, Apshi, this is an elitist talk. How many percentage of people your age can even fumble onto this conversation? How many percent of humanity can even fumble into this conversation and even consider this? That's the sorrow, By now they are programmed. I need to get a job. I need to get a wife. I need to get a husband. Oh my God, I pay a bill. I do not want to live without having a car like my neighbor. Oh my God, my father, what will he think? He will think I want to please this person. Do you know? This is a bit nonsensical what we are doing, Maybe there's 3% of human population that might even be able to relate to this. If anyone listening, you can relate to this, remember you're privileged. You somehow, your mother, father, somewhere you are exposed that you are able to oh my God.
Maybe you are privileged to be able to think this way, but this way of thinking is accessible to everybody.
How, darling? How?
You think so?
Everybody is telling you what to do. Everybody is saying what you should do. Everybody is saying how you
Yeah,
should.
I feel like you see the most amount of radical optimism. Look at all the videos, right? As much as we see all these
These are
videos
the small
from
percentage,
Gaza,
la.
of people dying, of children dying, of like the worst atrocities we've
Yeah.
seen ever. We also see on the flip side, like them during Ramadan, actually celebrating together. That is That is beyond the kind of radical optimism any of us can ever have.
I think we need it now. You know why? I just, every day nowadays, Appa open the world news, Start the day with the world news. I'm telling you, don't even know how to finish the cup of coffee without feeling crappy. This child got bombed, that person got this fellow invaded there. I'm like, we have to have radical optimism that this will end. Maybe that's your radical optimism, ma. A world that is different. Mine is coming to an end, darling. I hope I have another 20, 30 years. I'm a support for you. I'm not going to look support for me because I'm not building a future. I'm ending a future. Right? So I have to
living a future.
Sorry?
I said you're living a future.
I'm living a future. And what do you think? I'm going to live up to 100 years old? Even when I live up to 100 years old, I don't know whether I can pee straight. So, you guys, I think, you know what, Napshi, it's a moral duty, and consider the people who do not allow you to have the moral optimism as an enemy to the future. I think that might be yours. No, I don't know. Okay, this is good. Anything more? I think when she leads, it's pretty good too, la. I just follow, la. But once in a while, I'll.
Didn't even let me bring up the topic in the last episode.
After 80 episodes, right? After 80 episodes, I get to have one episode.
Wait, I'll ask one.
That's not even true.
Your mother wants to ask one question.
See,
Go.
I think when you said you have to have 20%, 30%, slowly grow it, that itself is against the word radical optimism.
No, I know you will say that. See, this is your mother. This is your mother. You know why? 20%. If not, she'll say opposite. Your mother will just say opposite. That's your mother.
I don't.
No, you do.
Excuse me, you don't need to be mean for no reason. Just
Okay.
answer the question.
No, but you know why I'm saying? You know why? There's the thin line. You can hallucinate.
No, because it is true, if you just look at the word radical, right? Radical is extreme. It's not 10%, it is extreme. You say, I'm a radical feminist, I am an extreme feminist. That's me. So it's not tapered optimism.
I think that part is kicking in. Because I'm also worried about safety. Hang on, let me prove my point. I'm also worried about safety, and you must challenge that. And this is what I must do, and that is what you must do. Only then you can go radical.
What if we say, instead of the optimism being 10, 20, 30%, we push ourselves beyond the fear in 10, 20, 30%. Beyond what we can even dream of, we go more and more and more.
Yeah.
Because you're saying behind, I'm saying ahead of it.
That's it. That's how it's supposed to be, darling. I proved my point.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You literally didn't.
No, I won the argument. I did. I got the point. Give me the medal. I'm recovering from COVID.
Okay.
I'm going to use that for a long, long time.
How long you want to use that for?
Forever. I want soup. Okay,
all right.
Okay, good one.
Okay, wait, before we end. I'm watching this video. I'm at home. I'm feeling stuck. The world is bogging me down. There's so many things I think I want. I don't know I can have it. Where do I start? What's the first step?
Radical optimism. Sit.
Okay.
No, sit. Yeah. Sit and imagine. Despite. The word is despite. Sit despite the storm. Sit despite the darkness. Make it a meditation. Or just go for a walk in belief. Like I remember Appa last time I down, no money, struggling. Like nothing can see, bleak. I'll walk, No, this is not taking me down. It's a kind of like, come on. It's about a waking exercise, Until I can find that energy again. That's what you need to do. Will that help? I think it did for me.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I do. Daydream.
Very good.
Perpetually daydream.
And then you get butterflies flying around you.
White butterfly every single day.
All right.
Every day
Hey,
she's
you
come
look
to
very
see me.
pretty, huh? What did you do? You went, cut your hair.
Hmm.
You're
Okay.
just naturally beautiful. Is it?
Naturally.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Thank you
Okay.
guys for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell us
Bye.
what's working. Tell us what isn't.
Hey, nobody writes to me now. Somebody write to me. I don't know what's going on. Okay, bye.
Bye.